Jack and Robert, along with Zach, were all heading to the studies as they had a study period before lunch. As they were in the Guardian's lair, Zach noticed a poster on the wall. "Hey guys, look at this," Zach pointed out the poster on the wall. "There's a dance happening on Friday, and it's gonna be at the night at the entrance hall," the first Guardian said. "They have a spring dance in April or May," the second guard added. "That's awesome! Lionville used to have one of these dances," Robert said, "before the school was burned to rubble." "I gotta ask Haley to go with me. This would be awesome," Zach added. "I know who I'm taking," Robert said, smiling bright. "Is it Lydia?" Zach asked. "Of course it is, silly. I'm going to ask her," Robert replied while ruffling Zach's hair. "You're gonna take Celeste to the dance?" Zach asked Jack. "Well, yeah, isn't it obvious?" Jack replied while teasing his friends. The boys walked to the front of the school to the enchanted hallway. They passed by the girls who they were talking about. Lydia, Celeste, and Haley were reading a few books at a bench together. "I heard about the dance happening on Friday. Is anyone going?" "Because I have a dress to wear," Haley said. "Nice, Celeste has a dress already," Lydia replied. "Yeah, I made it myself," Celeste said, but then she was confused for a moment. "Lydia, do you have a dress to wear on Friday?" "No, actually, I never really was a fan of dresses," Lydia replied. "Maybe we could find you one, and I think I know the place to find it," Celeste said, smiling at the idea she had in mind. In the basement of the school, the girls were looking for a chest. "What does the chest look like?" Haley asked. Then Celeste found her gold chest with black on it. "I found the chest. Come here, girls," Celeste called out. Then Lydia and Haley found Celeste by her chest. "This is the chest, and it has some dresses that belong to my mother." "Celeste, how is wearing your mother's dresses going to get me one?" Lydia asked as she crossed her arms. "Look at Lydia. Yeah, we can find a nice dress for you that you like here," Celeste replied. "You're gonna borrow one of my mom's dresses, and I think I have some of mine in here too." "I see. So we'll see which dresses will be perfect, and I'll see if they fit me," Lydia said. As Celeste pulled out her father's jacket. "Here's my father's tuxedo. He wore that when he and mother got married," Celeste said. Then she pulled out the tuxedo. "If Jack is going to ask me to the dance, he could borrow this from my father if he needs a suit." As Celeste sets her father's tuxedo aside, she then pulls out a nightgown. No," she said, and then she tossed the nightgown away. "All these clothes from your mother?" Haley asked while examining the nightgown Celeste tossed. "Well, some of these clothes belong to my father, but there's some of mine in here," Celeste replied as she pulls out a red dress. "This red dress is nice. You like it, Lydia?" "I could try that on, but let's see what else is in there," Lydia said. Then Celeste found her mother's wedding dress. "Here's my mother's wedding dress. It might work, but we'll keep it aside for now," Celeste said as she dug more in the chest. Then she found a sparkling pink dress. "Here's a dress that will bring a few new CDs up, and we'll try them on for Lydia." "Sounds good," Lydia agreed. As the girls cleaned up the clothes, they tossed while they were setting while going for the chest. Then the girls got up to Celeste's bedroom, and the dresses were laid out on Celeste's bed. "So Lydia, any ideas of which dress you want to wear?" Celeste asked. I'm not sure, Celeste. Can me and Haley see your dress first?" Lydia replied. "We just want to see what it looks like on you." "Sure, I'll be a few minutes," Celeste said as she took her dress, which was a blue with sparkles on it. Then she headed to change in the wardrobe. After a few minutes later, Celeste walked out to show Lydia and Haley the dress. "It looks nice on you," Lydia said while admiring the dress. If the dress wasn't so tight," Celeste groaned as she felt the tightness on her dress. "Lydia, can you do the zipper up in the back?" "Sure," Celeste replied. Then she went to try to zip up Celeste's dress, but the zipper wouldn't budge. This zipper seems to be stuck." Lydia tried to tug on the zipper, but it won't budge. Then Haley decided to see if she could try, but the zipper was stuck. "There's no way we could zip this zipper up. It's stuck good," Haley said. "This dress is too tight. Maybe it might fit you, Lydia," Celeste suggested. "In fact, since this dress doesn't fit me, you could have it." "I wouldn't. What would you wear?" Lydia asked. Then Celeste had an idea. I could wear my mom's wedding dress. I really like it a lot, Celeste replied, then headed back to the wardrobe to change. Once she gave the blue sparkling dress to Lydia, she went to the wardrobe to try it on. This dress fits nicely on me, Celeste, Lydia said as she walked out of the wardrobe. You look great, Lydia. I wonder if Alana's wedding dress is going to fit, Celeste, Haley said as Celeste tried on her mother's wedding dress. As she exited out of the wardrobe, Lydia and Haley were surprised. Celeste fit nicely in her mother's wedding dress. You look gorgeous in that dress, Lydia said while admiring her best friend in her mother's wedding dress. It's not too long where you could trip, and it's not too tight around you. I had a feeling that it was the case, Lydia replied before hugging Lydia. I think we found why that dress that Lydia tried on didn't fit you, Haley said. Not only the dress was tight, but me and Haley did notice one reason, Lydia replied. Your breasts were a tad big for the dress, which is why your dress was tight. I didn't think of that. Well, everyone's different with sizes, Celeste replied. It's okay, Lydia. You can keep the dress. As Lydia hugged Celeste, the girls then headed outside of their class to their next period. The next day was Tuesday, and Jack and Celeste were in the gardens for their break. Lunchtime was in an hour from now, and this was the best time for Jack to ask Celeste to the dance. He hoped that she would say yes. Celeste, may I ask you something? Jack asked. Sure, Jack, anything you need, Celeste replied. Would you like to go to the dance with me on Friday? Jack asked, hoping that his girlfriend would go with him. Yes, of course I'll go to the dance with you, Celeste replied, hugging her boyfriend. Great. Robert asked Lydia and she said yes, and Zach asked Haley the same thing, and he got the same answer from her. Jack said, I knew you were going to go to the dance with me, but there's one problem with me though. What seems to be the problem? Celeste asked her boyfriend. My suit from a few years ago is too tight. I can't seem to fit it in, Jack said. Then Celeste had an idea. I was having that problem too, but it was the dress that I bought, Celeste said. But I found another dress for me to wear, and I think I found something that might fit you. What's that? Jack asked. Then Celeste pulled out a tuxedo from a bag. This was my dad's tuxedo from his wedding with my mother. You can borrow it for the dance on Friday, Celeste replied. Then she handed the tuxedo to Jack. You sure you want me to use it for the dance? Jack asked. What if I wreck it? It'll be alright, Jack. You won't wreck it, Celeste reassured him. I trust you with my dad's tuxedo. Alright, dear. I believe you, Jack replied. He took the tuxedo without any hesitation. So I'll meet you outside your bedroom on Friday for the dance? Of course, Jack. That will work, Celeste said as she pecked a kiss on her boyfriend's cheek. When the Friday finally came, it was around 4:30 p.m., and Celeste was in her mother's wedding dress. She was all dressed up for the dance. She was nervous but excited at the same time. Lambert, the lion cub, was in a tie collar while he was sitting on Celeste's bed. Well, Lambert, tonight's the dance night, Celeste said to the lion cub. Jack's gonna be there to take me to the dance, and I sure hope my dad's tux fits him. Just as Celeste said that, there was a knock at the door. Celeste opened her bedroom door to see Jack. The suit that Celeste gave him to use fits him. Hello, my dear. You look beautiful tonight. You look handsome, Jack, and thanks for the compliment, Celeste replied, as she and Jack both walked together and headed down for the entrance hall of Dragonvale. When the two got down, Robert with Lydia, Zach with Haley, looked at the stairs, leading towards the whispering stairway, and saw Jack and Celeste walking down together. Here they are, Lydia said, looking up a whispering stairway to see Jack and Celeste walking downstairs. They're wearing nice clothes, Robert said. Then Nancy and Nathaniel took notice of their children walking together. I can't believe Celeste and Jack are wearing mine and Alana's dresses from when we got married, Nathaniel said. I believe so. They do look beautiful, Nancy added, as Celeste and Jack met their parents at the bottom of the stairs. You're wearing your mother's dress. I'm sure she would have been so proud, Nathaniel said to Celeste. I wish she was here and still with us, though. I still miss her. It was just my dress that I wanted to wear didn't fit me, but I gave it to Lydia, and now she's wearing it," Celeste replied. "And I gave Jack your tuxedo to wear, as his didn't fit him." "You do look handsome, Jack, especially in Nathaniel's tuxedo," Nancy said to her son. "Your father would have been so proud." "I wish that he was with us, Mom. Then he would have met Nathaniel and Celeste," Jack replied. Throughout the evening and the night, the dance went on and everyone had a very fun time.